Yo, what's up, y'all? Steve Wallace, ambassador of Urban Soul, right here. Steve Wallace TV, Urban Soul TV. Yo, take a walk with me, man. I'm in Harlem right now. Some of y'all that may not get to Harlem, you know, maybe you can if you want to come visit. You know, just get on a plane, come out. You know, but yeah, I'm talking about Urban Soul, the movie, the album. It's gonna be in stores September 29th. I'll keep an eye out for that. Look on, check out here on YouTube. iTunes, all of it's going to be available, cdbaby.com. Always check out stevewallacemusic.com. I have some updates for you. Check me out myspace.com/stevewallacemusic. I'm just going to give some insight on Urban Soul, the album and the movie, which will be in stores in the end of September. So look out for it. But a lot of people don't know, it didn't cost no money to make this movie. How'd that happen? I don't know. I'll give you some insight. So what happened, because my boy Amphy came to me and was like, hey, let's make this project. I was like, okay, cool. Make this project. I ain't got no money. Like, all right, well, let's figure this out. I had a bunch of favors. I had to pull people. I got a bunch of actor friends. I'm like really connected on the artist community and stuff like that through Neo-Renaissance movement, which is an artist community that I began with some other friends, you know. And through that and through some other connections, people that know people and stuff like that, we were able to put this movie together. So I just made a few phone calls, called my boy Chuck Burks. Chuck Burks was in 50's Get Rich or Die Trying, and he's been in a bunch of other films. He's been on the Chris Rock show. That's my man. He went to church with me. So I was like, man, you know, I need your help on this movie. He's like, man, whatever you need, man. And Crystal Hill, definitely. You know, she's been in tons of films and TV and stuff like that. She was down for it too. So it just came through. I bought them lunch, dinner, whatever, every now and then, and it worked like that. And from there, everybody else, it was just trying to get people together, offering people favors, lunch, dinner, a little something here and there. And at the end of the day, the budget was nothing, zero. I did pay my boy Aaron Brewer. Was the animator. If you look at the beginning of the movie, there's this animation sequence where they come with the real kid from my first album. He actually goes through this process, kind of bridging us from the end of the first album to the beginning of the second album. If you really look at it, he's walking away from this dilapidated city in the background. If you know my first album, Come With The Real, and you look at the artwork, which I drew myself, he's being pulled, like Mike is a character that represents me, and a character that represents this little kid, which is sort of the inner child in every person. And he was trapped in the city, which represents the world society. So I myself, without focusing on the world society, found him and pulled him out of the city. And then from there, I took him on a path to a source of pure light, which represents God. That's what Come With The Real was about. It's like bring the real, who you are, your real self, to God, you know. And then from there, if you look at the beginning of Urban Soul, the movie, you see the kid walking away from the city as it's falling down in the background. And then after that, he's going along this path. He does different things. He picks up a ball, picks up a slingshot. And he's going through this path, like going from Come With The Real to at the end when he finally climbs up the top of this mountain. And over the top of the mountain, he sees this city. And that's Urban Soul. You see the Urban Soul album cover. You see that there's the kid on this mountain cliff and he looks over the edge and he sees a city with a bunch of people. It's like, silhouettes of people inside buildings. And that's the soul of the city, you know, and that's what this kid, who's the real, which represents the real that's in me, or the inner child, or the truth of who I am, coming back to the city to bring a message for the city. So, what I learned about myself, really. So anyway, that's what that whole thing, that whole process is about in the journey in the beginning with the animation. I'm always thinking conceptual, you know. Gotta have some type of strings attached and everything like that. Well, anyway, we're walking through Harlem right now. I'm going over here to St. Nicholas, and where we at, 122nd, and just living in the city, you know. Urban Soul. Check it out. September 29th is coming your way. You gotta copy, you gotta check it out. You can rent it online. It's gonna be available for you to do whatever you need to do with the movie, the CD. Check it out. Type in Steve Wallace, Urban Soul, Ambassador of Urban Soul. Type in any of that stuff on your Google. You'll find me. I'll be there, waiting for you.